Hello, hello nasties. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Color in Chat. Today we will be continuing my monochromatic color palette coloring challenge. I got that all out. I got that all out without a single issue. Monochromatic color palette coloring challenge. Look at me, she did it again. So we have been going in order. If you are new to my channel, first of all, hi, hello, welcome. Fresh meat, kindly sitting in the front so that we can all judge you accordingly. And for the rest of you who have been here for a while, you know what a color in chat is. I pull out a book, I color it, and I talk to you all for about an hour. And today we are doing, of course, a continuation of the monochromatic challenge. So I already did red, orange, yellow, and now we are on green. This is a self-imposed challenge. I'm going through every color of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. We may even do brown and black, but we shall see. And what I do is I simply color a page in that color, and it's monochromatic. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Let's do this one today. I like this one. This is actually one of my favorites. If I had 3 favorite pages out of this book, I would say this is absolutely one of my favorites, if not my favorite page in the entire book. So we are going to work on this little lady today, and I have already selected just an assortment of greens. Am I going to use them all? Probably not, but we've got alcohol markers and an array of gel pens as per usual, and a couple of fine liners as well. We shall see what becomes of this little beast, but let us begin. So first thing is first, let's test out these colors, shall we? Actually, no, scratch that. I already made a swatch sheet. I pulled these colors aside a few days ago in anticipation of working on this, so I do not have to retest them. The tester is here. Today's drink of choice is, I've been on a Harney and Sons kick lately. I have a ton of them at the moment. So it is another Harney and Sons tea, and this one is Victorian London Fog with a little bit of, I added a little bit of lavender oil into it. So Victorian London Fog for today. Now, let's see, the background on this one, I like the idea of going with a pastel background, so let's give her this. I will, as always, have not only the art supplies, but the books that I use listed down below. So take a peek down below if you are curious about what I'm using, and or if you would like to pick up the book or the supplies for yourself. So take a peek, take a peek, take a peek. Everything that you need to know is down there. Oh, my little oh-hoo-hoo, do you need to be rejuiced? Oh, she's not gonna make it. Okay, yeah, my markers have been dying. I mean, I use my markers a lot, but I feel as though in recent months, all of my alcohol markers have just been biting the dust, and even the newer ones, like this Ohuhu set. I only purchased this Ohuhu set, I believe at some point last year. A lot of the markers are dry. What is going on? I mean, they can be rejuiced a few times, it's no problem, but it's incredibly annoying. If they're old markers, okay, fine, I get it, but these are not that old, and I know for a fact I didn't use this color a whole lot, so what we'll do, sometimes this works if you cheat and use the brush tip, or whatever tip is dry, flip it over and use the other side, and sometimes you can coax a little bit out of there, but oy, how annoying. All right, so there's that, and I'm going to quickly rejuice this stupid thing. When I rejuice markers the first time, I will simply spray the tip and allow it to soak in for a few hours, if not overnight. But sometimes they are so extremely dry that I pull out the component and I drip a fair amount of alcohol into the the felt that's in there, and I just let it soak in because sometimes it does need quite a bit. So we'll set her aside for a minute and we'll move on. My stupid tea is irritating me because look, you guys know, if you've been here, you know that I am the queen of obnoxious pet peeves, okay? Like, you know. And the stupid paper, see, I leave my tea bag inside my mug until I'm finished. And here's something else that I do that will annoy the tea connoisseurs. When I finish that bag, I will put another tea bag in here and refill, and then I will just leave them both in my mug because I am not about delicate herbal teas. I appreciate delicate teas, but I prefer a more robust, earthy tea. So I like them to be borderline bitter when I drink them. And yeah, I don't know. I just do that, but it irritates me when the tea bag, the little paper, the tab falls in there. So it's my own fault for being a dingus and for leaving my tea bag in there anyway, but it's your girl. You know I do dumb things. Okay, I want to do this, the light green as well. Actually, we'll just go ahead and I don't know, it just adds to the romance of sipping tea. It's just seeing the little tea packet, the little sachet floating around in my tea. Or the diffuser if I'm doing loose leaf, whatever it is. I love tea. I love tea. Coffee, yes, duh, but I don't think I have a favorite necessarily. I will drink both all day long. Oh, she's doing good already. She's doing good already. I'm telling you, I put a lot of alcohol in this, so it definitely still needs some time to soak in there. But in the meantime, let's play with this bright, it says it's fluorescent green. It's not quite fluorescent though. Is it? No, not quite. That bummed me out. Usually Copic is quite good at their colors. When they say something is fluorescent, they mean fluorescent, and it is incredibly bright. But I find that their fluorescents just they're not, at least some of the colors are not as fluorescent as the name would imply. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I still have not found the acid green of my dreams. I've been on the hunt for that for ages, and I feel as though it just doesn't exist, right? I don't know. Someday I will find it. I have found some of my favorite pinks in a couple of different brands. I've found my favorite pink in a gouache. I have found my favorite pink in a Tombow marker, and I have found my favorite pink in a Prismacolor marker. Copics we have yet to explore, but I'm still waiting on my favorite acid limey green. That one, it eludes me. I like green though. Green is not my favorite color, but I do love it. I'm wondering, is this a close second? Let me see. My three favorite colors are pink, purple, and green. Those are my top three. In order, and very specific shades, mind you. So purple, it can't just be any shade of purple. It must be a warm shade of purple. I'm not a royal purple sort of girl. Royal purple tends to have quite a bit of blue in it. Well, depending on who you ask, but royal purple was initially made with a lot of indigo dye, ergo it has a very blue base. So it's a cooler purple, but then there are some royal purples that lean a little bit warmer, and those I do like. Here, I'll give you an example. So I have these pen barrels here. This would be what I consider to be a blue purple, and this would be a warm purple. I'm definitely the warm purple kind of a gal. Deep plums, eggplants, that sort of thing. Like this. This is a goblet from one of my favorite places on the planet. It's called the Madonna Inn. And then I have this pen cup right here, which is a pretty good shade too. She's just purple all over. I only pulled 3 shades of green. I enjoy torturing myself apparently, so let's go ahead and do her funky little skirt situation down here, her froof. No. I want to do it light, and then I want to deepen it with the green, so I think I may have already screwed up here. This smells so much like alcohol. Are you ready? I think, yeah, she should be. Oh, look at that. She needed a good rejuicing. She's okay now. Well, no, probably not. I would need to leave it for a few hours, but that's okay, because what I'm going to do is blend a little bit. So, of course, if you are trying to do a little bit of blending and a little bit of gradient work, the juicier your marker is, the better it's going to work. So juicy alcohol marker, not a bad thing, and I've said it before and I will continue to say it. Yes, you can totally blend alcohol markers in my coloring books. On thin paper, this paper is not quite as thin as printer paper, as just standard computer copy paper, but it is about equivalent to a paperback book. So it is quite thin, and it is high in fiber content, which means that it is quite porous. So it does not, it's not made for water media, for a lot of heavy liquid applications, and markers are of course liquid. But you can do whatever you want. Case in point, if I feel like using thick applications of alcohol and blending them, damn it, I'm going to do it. So I'm doing it, and it's possible. People will tell you that you can't because this paper is not designed for marker, but screw it, you can do whatever you want. And as expected, I should have given this marker much more time to soak up the alcohol. So I think what I'm going to do is dribble some more alcohol in there, let it soak in, and then see what happens. Because you can tell she's just, oh, she is going through it. She is not happy with me right now. She's like, no, bitch, I'm still dry. You need to put more alcohol in here and let it wait. Let it wait. I'm like, all right, chick, all right, all right, all right. So she can just hang out over here. And, oh, I kind of want to do the wings that color as well, though. No, you cannot do that. Okay, let's do the wings. Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to pull out another green color. Here I thought I was going to just keep it simple with about 3 different shades, but I need a little something else. Can we pull it out of the same set of colors? Sure, let's keep her a little bit of a minty bat. Let's go with this color here, which is a, it's almost a blue leaning green. Kind of, sort of. That's okay. You know what? We're just not going to think too hard. It is technically green. It's called green shadow, if you want to get technical. I am enjoying this little coloring challenge of mine, though. I've peeked on Instagram that a couple of you have joined me in doing this, so I hope that you are enjoying it. It's a fun little exercise. It's a challenge, quote unquote, but it is not a difficult challenge. It's just something that once you get into it, you realize how easy it is. You're like, oh, okay, color palettes, monochrome palettes are not, they're not that scary. I was never afraid of monochrome palettes. I've done it in the past. I don't know. I just assumed that a monochrome palette would just be kind of boring and blah, but once you get into it, it's it's quite fun, and I'm enjoying it because I think next year I want to explore the idea of limiting the color palette in my work. I mean, already I tend to gravitate towards the same color families. I use the same, more or less, 5 to 6 colors in my work, and I would like to keep it that way, if not pared down a little bit more. I don't know, but I like the idea of just paring down what I use and honing in on my brand with a limited color palette. So we'll see what happens with that. She's cute. I want to do, we're gonna pull out my buddy, the black glaze pen. If I could find the thing. Wait, did I run out? If I remember correctly, I think have I run out of the freaking glaze pen? Is it on my list? I have a list that I keep on my desk, or in my drawer rather, of supplies that I need to reorder. So when I run out of something, I compile a list, and when that list gets large enough, I place an order. You guys, I think I'm out of the black glaze. Send me to the gallows. I have allowed myself to run out of the black glaze. But I did something similar recently where I allowed myself to run out of my favorite gold glitter pen, which I have since restocked. But I didn't purchase the glaze at the same time. You idiot. Really? Yeah, I'm totally out of it. Okay, oh, that's okay. We'll move on. Let's just use a boring ass Sharpie for this. I want to, you know what? No. No, let's just go ahead. No, I can't decide what I want to do because I want to do like 3 different things. Okay, let's, is she gonna wear pants or no pants or tights? Okay, we're just gonna play with some glitter then, since I can't decide. This is definitely one of the coolest glitter pens that has ever existed. When I was a child, I distinctly remember wanting, of all the colors of gel pen and glitter gel pens that I had every color. Blue, orange, pink, every single color you could imagine. I had them all. But I never had a lime greeny type glitter. And I've always wanted one. And then here comes along these crazy pops, they're called. They're called the Pentel, they're by Pentel, but they're called the dual metallic. Everywhere else, it's just in the US, they're called Sparkle Pops. It's a different pen body. People get confused all the time. I talk about it all the time. I mention it frequently, but that's why. It's because people say, hey, you mentioned the Sparkle Pop and then you mentioned the dual metallic. What's the difference? There is absolutely no difference in the ink. It's all in the pen barrel, because the US market gets the ugly, funky barrel and everyone else gets the cute, sleek, pretty one. So it's the same ink. But this brand, it's not exactly the lime green gel pen that I still want. I'm telling you, me and lime green, we just have a thing. It's like we're constantly, I don't know, I'm chasing a lime green that doesn't exist. But what this is it's a lime green ink with green glitter. So it's the closest that I can get. But look how pretty it is. Isn't that pretty? It looks like a retro tin toy from the 50s or something. I don't know. It's really cute. These, the Sparkle Pops in general, they lend themselves really well to science fiction style artwork and coloring books. Shameless plug, I have one. Stardust Spaceless, but it just looks really good if you're doing anything that's metallic but still kitschy and fun and cute. I highly recommend these. They're beautiful. shout out to Kate of Kate's Coloring Haven, my girl. She's been with me since the beginning pretty much, and I saw her using the dual metallic, and I had no idea that the dual metallic was the same as the Sparkle Pop. I thought it was something different, and I never wanted to purchase the Sparkle Pop because I just hated, number one, the name, and I didn't like the pen barrel. And then I purchased the dual metallics and I realized that it was the exact same thing, right? And I was like, oh my God. So eternal gratitude to the fabulous Kate of Kate's Coloring Haven here on the YouTube. She's fabulous. She's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to do, at this point, I'm going to do a little chunk off camera. Not much. I want to get a grip on what I want to do with her outfit because I want to do some black on there, but I also want to make use of this pen a little bit more. So I'm going to play around a little bit off camera, and then I will catch up with you soon when I do a little bit more of her outfit. Our little friend here is proving to be quite the glitter bomb. I mean, we're just gonna go ahead and probably end up killing this pen for this page. So I pulled out this marker that is an incredibly pale shade of a lime green. It might look a little bit yellow on camera, but no, I am not cheating. It's a yellow, okay? It's a green yellow. So we're okay, we're okay. She's not cheating. It's a really pastel limey green. So our glittery little friend, this all right here is going to end up being the same shade of green. Look how cool she looks. It's not even a glitter, it's more of a metallic kind of a sheen, which is why I love these pens so much. But I was debating about making her stripes, her stockings green or not, but I think we're gonna do this green, and then we'll do black, green, black, green, black, green maybe. So our little friend here is proving to be quite the shimmery, not so much glitter, but definitely shimmery. She's a shimmery little metallic monster. We may end up killing this green pen in the process, but that's okay. I don't know, maybe not, depending on, it's still pretty full, actually. Is that true? I don't think I've ever noticed that on the side of the pen. It says, tap the tip a few times to revive the ink. Does that actually work? Just tippity tapping the tip? I don't know. That doesn't seem like it would be very effective at all. But anyway, my God, these pens, they take forever. I don't know what else I'm going to do with this page. I use this really super pastel lime green, which I like. It's borderline yellow, but it's still technically in the green family, so I don't consider it cheating. But I may pull that into the background a little bit. Oh my gosh, my voice. Spoke too damn much today, and now I'm sitting here trying to film a chatty video, and my voice is like, no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Your throat is not having it. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and cut it. I'll cut it here and give my voice a break. Hallelujah, says everybody who has to listen to my harpy screeching. But I'm going to cut it off here for today. I am likely going to do a bit more of this, so next time, when I see you next time, a bit more of it will be filled in. But truth be told, I mean, this page is essentially almost done. I just have to slap some more color on here, but we are not going to do anything extravagant and out of the ordinary for me anyway. But one thing that I will be doing, of course, as part of this monochromatic coloring page series, I end up doing 2 pages. So I pull out 1 page from any of my coloring books, and then I do 1 page from either of my sketchbook style coloring books to this date, of which I have 2. I have the Macarons sketchbook coloring book, and then I have the Spooklets sketchbook coloring book, and we did the Spooklets previously, so today we're going to give the Macarons sketchbook a whirl, but of course that will not be until I'm done with this page. So for now, I'm going to leave you and her here. I'm going to putter about the apartment, do a little bit more work, and then I will see you guys again in the next part of the clip, or in the next part of the video. So here she is. Our little green bat is all complete. She's cute. Is she one of my favorites? Of course not. You knew I was going to say that, right? She's not a favorite. Is she cute? Yeah, of course. Was it fun? Yeah, of course. And that's what matters. So without further ado, I'm going to jump over to part 2. You guys know that when I am working on these monochrome pages, I like to do one in one of my standard coloring books, and then I like to do another quickie in one of my sketchbook coloring books. And today it is going to be the Macarons sketchbook, and we're going to go ahead and do this one. I'm in the mood to do this lovely sharp thing, so we are going to move on to that. I'm going to insert a clip of the page, you know, my little silent pivot, show and tell, well, not tell, but show piece little section. We're going to do that, and then we're going to jump into number 2. So hopping into number 2, we are going to keep this pretty simple. I like to keep page 2 quick. So we just like to get it done, just quick and dirty, finish it up, and at the end of it, we have something really cute. If you are joining me on this little coloring challenge, let me know. Let me know how you're doing. I have been on Instagram seeing that some of you are indeed joining me for these shenanigans. I'm glad that you are. And also, super happy that you are enjoying it. Some of you are telling me that it is a bit of a challenge for you to play with one color, which is awesome. I love to see that you are challenging yourselves. And so for those of you who find that it's not much of a challenge, well, let me challenge you to... If you have, it doesn't matter, you don't need to have one of my sketchbook coloring books, but you can do it in any book. But if you do happen to have one of my sketchbook coloring books, take it as a challenge to try to complete it in 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah? Do what I'm doing. Now this one might take me a little bit longer than 15 minutes because I'm chit-chatting at the same time, but we're going to try to make it quick, because that just makes it more fun, I think, when you just slap down some color and just play. I had a comment on one of my recent videos. I can't recall which video it was. It may have been the video in which I share all of my completed coloring pages, which, by the way, if you have not seen that video, go watch it. If you care, obviously. But I go through and I share with you every single page that I colored in 2022, so last year, so that's fun. But I had a comment and somebody said, you know, I've been coloring for many, many, many years, and I only recently allowed myself to get into your line work, which I think is a euphemistic way of saying I've never liked your artwork before, but I finally just gave it a shot and enjoyed it. So I dig comments like that. I do not, listen to me, I do not in any way, shape, or form take offense when people say, you know, I didn't like you very much at first. Whether it's my artwork or my personality and people say that to me, I do not take offense to it at all. And I'll tell you why. Because I am a lot to take in. My personality, if you think I'm a little bit polarizing online, try meeting me in person, right? Because I feel as though online I'm almost a bit tempered in a way. It's not a super conscious thing, but I just know how people are on the internet, and I know how things are misconstrued and misinterpreted. So I actually tend to watch my mouth quite a bit more when I am online. I do not change my personality. I do not change my opinions. I don't do any of that when I'm filming videos, but I do kind of keep it a little bit more mum, which might be a bit of a shock to you because people are like, what? You talk a lot and you say a lot, and a lot of what you say is polarizing. I know that. But that's about maybe 50% of how I behave offline, right? Because I can easily, if somebody has an issue with what I say in person and they they question what I'm saying or they need clarification, I can jump on it immediately. Whereas online, I don't have that, right? People will just take what I say and misconstrue it the way that their silly little brain wants to misconstrue it, right? And 9 times out of 10, it's incorrect. It's just the way things are. It's the internet. Welcome to the internet, right? So, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. I mean, I do, but it's not going to stop me from posting videos. But the point is that I have no issue if people come at me and from the jump have an issue with me. And that's because, and I'm not sitting here saying, I don't give a damn what you think about me. I mean, yes, it's true. I don't give a damn what anyone thinks, but I don't take offense to it and I don't hold grudges because I know that I'm a lot. And I know that I'm not what most people are accustomed to. I get it. It's just, let's say somebody who has eaten bland food their entire life. Not so much as a little sprinkle of salt or pepper, just bland food. 0 spices, no salt, no nothing, just bland ass food. And then all of a sudden you take them to a Thai restaurant, to an Indian restaurant, to a Mexican restaurant, and they are bombarded with spices and flavors, right? It's a lot to take in. It might be a little jarring at first, and it might take you a couple visits to acclimate and to figure out whether or not you like it, right? And that's how I am. I am an acquired taste for some. I am an immediate like for some, and I am an acquired taste for others. It's just the way it is. And then for some people still, I am an absolute hell no. I never want anything to do with that girl because she's crazy. I get it. So my door is always open to people who want to put their little toesies in the Karla water, you know, test me out a little bit. If you like me, great, stay. If you don't, get the hell out. This isn't for you, right? And if you start off not liking me, but then you warm up to me and then you admit it and tell me why, no hard feelings, baby. I will make you a s'mores. We will have a little s'more snack by the fire, but I have to say, FYI, it's just a figure of speech because I'm not the biggest fan of s'mores. Here, we'll make Rice Krispie treats. I am a huge Rice Krispie treat head. I love marshmallows. Not those fruit-flavored abominations, though. Not the ones that are like, you know, the fruit-flavored ones. The nasty pastel-colored ones. Gaga. Hate those. But I love regular marshmallows. Even gourmet marshmallows. Gourmet marshmallows are delicious. Have you guys ever had real gourmet marshmallows from a street fair? Oh, delicieux. Is it delicieux? Delicieux. Whatever. Delicious. Delicious in French. I say that. I butcher the French language because French marshmallows are the best. So anyway, that's that on that. I am going to finish the rest of this off camera. I just wanted to pop in to show you really quickly just how quickly I am going through this page. And once I stop flapping my gums, I will finish it even faster. But that comment made me happy because I'm like, yeah, you know what? Thank you for admitting that I wasn't your cup of tea at first, but now you love me. It takes a lot to say that, right? It takes a lot to say that, and I super appreciate it. So shut your mouth, girl. Let's color, and I will see you when she's done in just a few minutes. Just finishing up on this little, this literal nothing. Do you see what I mean about these sketchbook coloring books? They're simply my sketches, but as soon as you slap color on top of them, they come to life so quickly and so easily. This was a painless page. All of my sketchbook pages are, my sketchbook coloring book pages, I should say, but they look really cute in the end. This was a super quick page, although admittedly this one took a little bit longer than they usually do because I used a lot of this green gel pen, and this just takes a long time to lay down because the nib is, it's not the thinnest, it's a bold nib for a gel pen, but it just takes a little while when it's in a lot of areas. But this took no brain power at all, just slapping down of color to make something super cute. And of course I'm going in and adding little hatch marks in the background just because I wanted a little bit of texture in the background to bring it to life a little bit. But there you go. I hope that you enjoyed part 2 of this color and chat, and I mean, I hope that you enjoyed the color and chat as a whole. This little monochromatic coloring challenge, it's more of an exercise. I keep calling it a challenge, but it's really not, right? Because at least to me, it's not difficult using one color, but it's the discipline of forcing myself to do a specific series. That is where the challenge lies for me, because you know your girl does not like being told what to do. And so I like to impose my own rules on myself every once in a while just to force myself to follow my own rules, right? I have to discipline myself, you guys, because we don't need this wild monkey running around all the time. Sometimes it's okay, but not always, right? We have to rein it in. So we are chugging along on our monochromatic color and chats. If you are waiting for these to end, you're gonna have to be patient. We are only on color green, which is what? Red, orange, yellow, green, number 4. Yes, I had to count. Yes, I had to count it on my fingers. Shut your mouth. But it's fun. I didn't initially jump into this thinking that I was going to only be filming color and chats until I was finished with the series. In other words, every color and chat that I do is going to be a color on the spectrum. I wasn't planning on it. I was just going to do it every once in a while and just toss in the monochromatic palette color and chats for spice in between standard color and chats, but I kind of got carried away with it and now I like it, and so I'm just gonna keep going until I'm done, and then we can go back to regular color and chats at that point, or we can start a new series. I think what I'll do is I will ask my Patreon patrons what they want. Maybe I'll ask you guys. I don't know. We'll see. It's up in the air what I'm going to do. But all of that to say, this color and chat is over, my nasties. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, hopefully you enjoy the next one. Without further ado, I'm out of here. Be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece. And as always, the art supplies will be linked down below. Books will be linked down below. I will be inserting a silent clip of this page in just a second. And that'll do it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Tu me tenais dans ton cœur. Tu m'as montré la passion. Tu n'as pas jugé nécessaire de la dissimuler. Quand j'allais mal, tu me comprenais. Ma peine ne durait pas. Souvenir de tes rêves particuliers.